Well, he's a master mimic of over 200 voices and continues to impress with a touring schedule throughout the U.S. and Canada. He has a voice of every president, charming both of Reagan's presidential inaugurations, where Reagan told him, "You do me better than I do."
Oh, there's one. All right. In his latest book, People I've Known and Been, is an in-depth view of the relationships he's formed and the interesting people he's met and impersonated. Joining us now is Impressionist and voice actor himself, Rich Little. Rich, it's so exciting and such an honor to have you here with us. Some consider this political climate to be, of course, tense and divisive. I think maybe most people do. Is it that much harder to do political humor?
I don't think so. I think there's always people in your audience who have no sense of humor and are a little sensitive, about people they admire. It's always been that way. It may be a little more today, but not much, I do Joe Biden, and if you take objection to what I'm doing, it's only because he wrote me so much great material, And when you do Joe Biden today, hey, man, you chumps out there, I want you to know that President Harris and myself are doing the work of three people, Curly, Moe, and Larry.
and when you've done, that's our president. Yeah. Have you ever had a situation in which you've done anybody, it doesn't have to be a politician, in which they did take offense because you've always gone for the joke, but you've always been polite. I mean, you've always been known that way. But not everybody likes being mimicked at all and having a joke thrown at them.
That's true. And the one I can think of was Paul Lynde. Do you remember Paul
Lynde?
Of course.
In Hollywood Squares? Well, whenever I would do him on Hollywood Squares, the camera would go right to him for a reaction. And he'd look in the lens and go, "Who's he doing? Who's that? Oh, that's disgusting. Get a day job." He hated my impression. Absolutely hated it, Paul Lynde.
Wow. Tell us about your book.
Well, my book is called People I Have Known and Been, and it's not a biography. It's funny things that have happened with me and celebrities down through the years. And I've met so many great people that I admire, and a lot of funny things happened, and they're in the book. And if you want to get a copy of it, go to Amazon.com, and you can pick up a copy of People I Have Known and Been.
Rich, when did you first discover that you had this gift for doing impressions?
Well, I started imitating teachers at school.
Oh, I bet that worked out well.
And I knew this was going to be my lifetime work because it wasn't long before the teachers were charging a 2-drink minimum and a cover charge.
In second grade.
Tell me, at what point you had to shift from being able to do an impression where people go, "Oh, that's spot on, that's just like them," to doing the impression and adding the joke?
Well, the joke helps a lot, You can't just start talking to somebody without saying something funny, So you have to be a comedian. When I started doing impressions when I was a teenager, I didn't know I'd have to become a comedian, because you have to say something funny. And so I learned over the years that I guess you can call me a comedian because I only thought of myself as an impersonator.
Sorry, Rich, I stepped on you there because I got excited to ask you this next question. Would you do a Donald Trump impression for us?
Well, Donald Trump is difficult to do. A lot of people exaggerate him and make him into a cartoon, but I do a very simple Donald Trump. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I should have put Joe Biden's picture on a U.S. postal stamp. Then I could have licked him.
Yeah, that would have done it. I always feel like you got to throw in China. You
got to do something with your lips, Yeah.
That's true. So where do you play nowadays? Because there's a lot of comics, younger comics, that say the college scene is too difficult. Where do people go around? Where do you go now and get a good reception and it's a pleasant experience?
Well, I've been performing at the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas for the past 6 years. And you know, my audience is older because they know the people I'm imitating.
Of course.
Young people sit there and they may laugh at the humor, but they have no idea who I'm doing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would know.
I would probably know.
I had a 15-year-old kid sit down front the other night, and he was laughing his head off. And I thought, he doesn't know anybody I'm doing. And when the show was over, I called him over and I said, you seem to get a really enjoy my performance. And he said, well, I did, Mr. Little, but I was confused. I said, what were you confused about? He said, I just kept wondering why you kept changing your voice.
And Rich, Rich, also, you're known as the man of 1,000 voices. Is there one particular impression that just gives you pure joy every time you do it?
Well, I'd have to say that was Ronald Reagan. And I thought he was a pretty great guy, Ronald Reagan. He had a marvelous sense of humor. And as you said in the opening of the show, Rich does me so good that I thought when I passed away, they should bury me.
That is phenomenal. That really is.
So good.
You could have put that on in an audio, you know, and it sounded just like him. And you throw in the joke as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan was my favorite of all the people I've met in my life because he had a great sense of humor and he had that little twinkle in his eye, you know, and you never felt you were talking to anybody that important. He just seemed to be a kind of lovable grandfather that lived next door, you know.
Yeah. Well, he was important, and you are too, and we appreciate
humor.
Yeah, we appreciate you sharing. Go ahead.
He one time did some impressions for me. Ronald Reagan did.
Really? Who did he do?
He did Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, and Truman Capote.
Wow.
Some of the classics.
Was he any good?
Well, his Jimmy Stewart was fair. His John Wayne was not that great, but his Truman Capote was great. And I remember him standing there at the White House, and I thought to myself, this is absurd. But he was doing Truman Capote, and he said, you know, a lot of people think that I wrote in cold blood, but that's not true. Actually, I wrote in ink.
Yes.
That was the joke he told me.
The image of Ronald Reagan doing Truman Capote, I had no idea that happened.
You know what he said to me after he did Truman Capote? You know what he said to me? He said, you know, Rich, I'm going to try that out on Gorbachev.
I love it. Rich Little, thank you so much for being with us.
True joy. Thank you.
My pleasure. Good to see you both.
Good to see you. Coming up, folks, we've got a lot more American Agenda after this. Stay with us.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.